Number 2 on the list. Identify every sales activity, and I want you to give it a grade. Everything that you do right now, I want you to give it a grade. And I want you to be what we call appropriately critical. Don't say I suck at everything, because you probably don't. Right? But say, for example, you've decided one of your sales activities is a robust social media presence. A robust social media presence. That's what your goal was. You need to give yourself a grade, right? Because if you give yourself an A and it's legitimately worth an A, I'm going to say, do well, good and faithful servant. Go out and do more, right? Right? Go. You already got it. Good. Let's find something else. But if you said one of your goals is a robust social media presence, and you do one post every 3 weeks, maybe, and it's half-assed to start with, what grade would you give yourself? A low grade, absolutely.
Well, it depends on how good that one post was.
I'll take that as well, sure. But what we find is,
gift that kept on giving all year.
Well, social media, okay, much like a relationship, it is always based on a quantity, not quality. You know, you look back in the 70s when women went back to work, and they were enormously guilty about going back to work and leaving their kids. And then in order to try to placate their bruised egos, somebody came up with the idea of quality time, not quantity time. They said if you only had an hour that you're really focused on that person, that would make up for the 5 hours that you didn't. Try to sell that to anyone in your world that really cares for you or that you really care for. No. We believe, but you are right, a quality content done consistently, right? So I expect it to be quantity. I expect it to be quality. But if you make a commitment for a robust presence, maybe every other day, or Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or Tuesday and Thursday, and make a commitment and actually do it. If you say, I'm going to make this prospect, I'm going to go to 2 networking events each and every month, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. You give yourself a grade. How did we do this year? And you want to be objectively critical. Again, don't say I suck at everything, because that's just not true. You should be sending out some direct mails. You should be doing, we're going to talk about handwritten notes. You should be doing all of those things. So if you want to know what types of sales activities there are, do a Google search, list of sales activities. And you will find lists and lists with 30, 50, 100 different sales activities. How many events did I do? How many e-blasts did I do? How many text blasts did I do? How many new people did I add? How many new people did I meet? Those are sales activities, and you give yourself a grade. And the things that you're doing relatively good, you give yourself a B, right? But the scenario we talked about, the filter, start, stop, or increase. If I've given myself a B, what has to happen for next year at the end of 2019 to say, you know what? I did an A at work on that. I did an A, right? And I will tell you, this is also one of the few times where trying counts. Bree's getting started with her newsletter. It's not going to be perfect. It'll probably never be perfect, right? Because you always think of new things to add, right? She starts doing events, and if you've not gone to a training session with her, I absolutely encourage that. Make some flyers next time for the Mondays and share with that. Do it. It's absolutely worthwhile. So you have to give yourself a grade. What am I doing good? How do I make it better? Right? What am I doing poorly? What do I have to do to improve that? That which is not measured is not done. If you don't give yourself a gradient, you're going to stay in this world where it's kind of okay, right? It's not perfect, but it's kind of okay.